Guys, and welcome to season 4. It's the start of a new week, and hopefully it's the start of an entire week of videos, and we will see. We are back in the Ladbrokes Championship. It's been interesting to say the least. Where to start? Well, we'll just pretty much start at the beginning. Peterhead came along. It was kind of spoils some of the transfers, but we beat them 3-0. Then went and beat Stirling 4-1, and then beat St Johnstone 1-0. Then got beaten by Clifton Vale. We beat Gateshead and East Fife, and then our luck against the Irish is not as good as I thought. Went on to Dunfermline, and it was a 0-0. Just we missed 2 at the end, and we probably should have scored. And then we beat Barrow 2-0. So we're playing Patrick Thistle today. The teams that did go down with us, or are now down from the Premier League, are Dundee United and St Mirren, who came up, were Falkirk, the only team to come up. So yeah, Aberdeen and of course Livingston up. So it's going to be an interesting season. Financially, we are broke, beyond broke. Somehow they've given me money. Don't know why, but they have given me money. Also, we've improved the coaching team across the board, apart from sports science, and a couple in data, because we don't have any data analysis. So, yeah, apart from that, we've got a new assistant manager. I'll have a wee quick look at him. And Ryan Canty, as you can see, he's just a bit better across the board there. We've got a couple of new fitness coaches in, and yes, I think if I'm right, one of them is absolutely, I think it's Boss, yes, 13. So it puts us fitness up. We've got a new goalkeeper coach as well, and Richie Bernard. His shot stopping, distribution, handling, everyone seems much better than what we had as well. Dynamics wise, team cohesion, and it's just a little bit, there's still a few mess across. In fact, they're happy. It's just some of this is that should fix during the time. I think it's just because of the amount of players that have come in. Transfer wise, we're trying to get rid of Craig McGuffey, who came in. We have Dan Coggle come in from Patrick Thistle. Actually, he's in as a backup, and he's very good what he can do. And here he is, and here is a backup is Dylan Coggle, and also comes in a free transfer. It does come in Ryan Stevenson. He's actually dropped a little bit. I think it's just because of who else we've got out there. Performed very well in the Betfred Cup for us already at 22. In it comes also from Wraith Rovers, Jamie Watson. I have found one person to fill a hole that we needed filled from last season. He has to keep going down, but he is very good. Very, very good. Also coming in is Darren White. Is in as the backup to the defensive right midfield, the right back role as well. He's only coming, like I said, he's coming in as a backup at 24. Jamie Watson will be the starter. Kyle McDonald also comes in, can play a variety, but he comes in as Kevin Stewart's replacement as the defensive midfielder, and so far he's actually played quite well in that role. Comes in from Motherwell. I've spent a fair bit of money. In comes a striker in the senses of Botti Biabai. Again, so far he's done very well. 3-2, 1-3. He is slowly picking it up, I suppose. So hopefully he'll keep hit the ground running and keep on scoring goals for us. Reece Greenwood comes in as the backup for Stephen, along with Kennedy as well, from Falkirk on a free. Comes in and he is well rounded as well. I make no mistake, these are very good players. James Wallace comes in for £8,000. Again, he starts upside Botti Biabai just because of this more than anything else. And he's actually hit the ground running as well, quite well, as James Wallace. Very good across the board there. Jack Murray also comes in as a comes in as a midfielder. I was trying to look for a midfielder. Just better. He's not as good as you hope, but could be something as a central midfielder. And also Craig Story comes in from Falkirk as well in the same role. He's a little bit better, but not by much. So let's get to the team selection for today. And it's familiar-ish, shall we say. I'm expecting a little bit more out of the team. As you can see, the red is not just as poignant in the areas as it should be. I'm guessing it's against the better than what we do have. Ryan Stevenson comes in. We've got Paul Kennedy. Wraith Rovers keep wanting him. They keep coming in with ridiculous bids, and luckily he's looked at Inverness. He wants to speak to Inverness. Haven't come in for him yet, so yeah, he'll serve a purpose. But outside of that, it's a completely almost new team. Johnson and Welsh continue, and kind of feeling very sorry right now for Blair Henderson more than anyone else. He has been relegated now to the bench, but across the board we are getting there. Stuart actually can come out and put McDonald in, and that helps that little bit out. He's just as good. So we'll get into this game. Make sure the sound is turned down. Brand new season, brand new challenges. In fact, the challenge is just the same. We're almost 400 grand in debt, which is not good, which means we're surviving as a semi-pro team in the championship and could be here for seasons. So, for Patrick Thistle is the 4-4-2. It is Jaikun Tango and Miles Story started off. With Colin on the wing, with Alejandro Rodriguez in midfield, with Gallagher and Moore out in the wing, with Dick Donnelly, Jurok, Keown and Fulton in goal, with Snedden, Ellis, Stewart, O'Hara, Galentes, Much and Thompson on the bench. Obviously for us it'd be Wallace, Bredner, Ashmore, Stevenson, McDonald, Waters, Johnson, Welsh, Watson and Mullen in goals. We had a very bad start, or bad end, to the season. Luckily it didn't dent us too much come the end. We did enough. So again, this season it's going to be one of those, we need to go on a run, effectively. Again, it's going to build us up enough that we are way ahead of who's sitting 9th and in 10th. But I want to aim for 5th this season. We could have made it into the playoffs even if we didn't get through. It would have been more money for us. Effectively, that is what we're going for now, is at least 5th or 4th this season. We had the team last season to do it. We just gave up at the end of the season. Effectively, as Waters puts the ball down, Jurek, good header out. Brenter comes in, Biabai swings one in. Only as far as Dick Watson's there though. Ashmore, back to Watson, to Stevenson, to Watson. They link up very well. Biabai, he's going to turn and shoot. He does. Body Biabai. 3-4 minutes on the clock gives Edinburgh City the lead and puts us top of the table. Oh, I know it's too early to say, but oof, that was not like us. This team is very strong. I see it as being very strong. As you can see, Biabai just sticks it in and Fulton nowhere to be seen on it. 1-0 Edinburgh City. As I think that was Ashmore with a corner. Johnson rattles the bar. Colin gets rid of it. Back out to Ashmore. I think I've hit the right button. I don't know. I panicked. Fulton with a save. Hopefully I've pressed the right buttons. Moore. To Gallagher, to Rodriguez, out to Keown. This is where we've got a little bit of a problem. Oh, Mullen, good save. Looking a lot more from Mullen this season. Hopefully the new goalkeeping coach shall help him as he puts it down only as far as Jurek. Moore takes off his head, but no one's awake to it. Story's there. And again, it's a mistake in the midfield for us. Miles Story makes it 1-1. Oh dear. It's this one here, no one goes to it. Anyway. 1-1. Ashmore's got it with the advantage out as far as Stevenson. Ashmore to Wallace. Stevenson, can't get ahead there of Colin. Dick finds Quintongo's got 2 on him and somehow has just blasted past 2 defenders. How? I want to know now. How? Colin there to Dick, and it's just a straight ball over the top, and Quintongo, he's got 2 defenders, Welsh and Johnson, and he just blasts past the 2 of them. Mullen doesn't even attempt it. We're 16 minutes in. This is going well. We've only had 2 shots on target, and both of them have gone in. Anyway, Ashmore to swing it in. Doesn't really get past him on Brenner to Welsh. Out to Ashmore. Ashmore even. Again, Stevenson, he's there. Finds McDonald. Tries to swing it in, can't. And again, here comes the breakaway from Thistle. They've hit us on the break. Johnson, that is not a penalty. Referee, have a word with yourself. That was no way was that a penalty. I am sorry, but that was not a penalty. And of course that goes in because Ryan Mullen can't save penalties. It was a... It was no way was it a penalty. I'm sorry, but it wasn't. We need to pull the finger out here. I know Thistle are a very strong, or a stronger team than us, but we really should not be losing to them in this manner. Watson, the Stevenson, Ashmore, we need to kind of regroup a little bit. Stevenson, they've just counter-attacked us with a 4-4-2. Wallace, he's in. Oh, there we go. 3-2. We're back in the game. James Wallace. James Wallace. Giving us breathing room yet again. It's a nice ball from Stevenson here. He just runs. Wallace, it's that first touch right past his Jurek, I think it is, and he's just in the back of the net. Excellent stuff. Partick Thistle 3, Edinburgh City 2. Yes, Waters to be a bye. I have no idea what site this is on, so I panicked and can't see whether I'm paused or not. Story over the top. Quintongo is in. That's a goal. Again, even sets up his own goal here. It's over the top. Quintongo, again, there's no one with him, and he just... Watson tries, Mullen doesn't even try to dive in. 4-2. It's half time anyway. I knew going into this would be a difficult game to fight, I suppose. It's a very difficult game to start off with, but I was expecting a little bit more from the team. I know they're trying to get used to each other as well, which isn't helpful. Hopefully a bit of motivation in the second half will do them some good. We can't go to like McDermott Park and win 1-0 and then get destroyed by Partick Thistle. As Colin comes running forward. Again, Moore's there. Johnson does get rid of it. Only as far as McDonald to Ashmore. To Waters. Can he ping it somewhere? McDonald to Waters. There's not really any out ball here for us, which is not good. McDonald finds an out ball. What an out ball. Just found what have I just witnessed there from Wallace? Just stopped running. It was a good ball. All he had to do was chase it, and it's just let Quintongo in for his hat-trick. Here it comes. Oh, somehow Ryan Mullen has deflected it off himself. I have no idea if this is on or not. For all I know, you're missing most of the match. Rodriguez in. Mullen does save. Luckily for us, he saves it. Still 4-2 Thistle. And we should be back. Be a bye. He's just been very quiet. Scored his league goal though, so that's something. Be a bye. He's in, surely. Oh, it's hit the bar, has it? Okay. Watson keeps it in. Needs to pay attention. Doesn't. Anyway, it is now still 4-2. Donnelly to Rodriguez. There's still time, still just 2 goals to go in. But Ashmore, don't do anything silly, mate. You might just need to come off in about 3 minutes. Stewart gets pegged all the way back to Zurich, to Rodriguez, to Gallagher, to Story, Gallagher, out to Keown, who's just ran like the Flash. Stewart, as far as Welsh. Rodriguez is there. Quintongo. No, sorry guys, that was a bit loud. 5-2. Oh, why are we this bad? Seriously. I'm disgusted by that. I'm not even going to watch it again. We are just getting absolutely riddled. Rodriguez is in. Story. At this point, I'm surprised Ryan Mullen knows what the ball looks like to try and catch it. As Fulton puts the ball down the pitch. Welsh only as far as Ashmore. Through Wallace. Wallace again. He does for his 4th goal. Right now it makes nothing. This should have been... That should have been about, half an hour ago to give us any hope at 4-3. Welsh again, only as far as Mullen. Can't find Biabai. Ashmore through Biabai. It's a bit late for this. Ashmore to swing it in. Right now, down as far as Ashmore again. Ashmore. Anyway, Bredner in. Biabai can't get it. Waters keeps it. Johnson. Don't go. We're over time anyway. I hate this as a point in the eye. I think it got fixed as well, that they play the ball back more than they go forward when you need them to really kind of go forward with it. Anyway, that was not good. As long as it's not paused. Hopefully this is not paused. You can see we've got a tough Betfred Cup and a Iron Brew Cup that should be fairly easy, I would think. Well, I don't know. I don't have much hope. I got hope for the season. That's good enough for me. Yeah, at least when you can score more than a goal, apparently. So when we come back, we've done this already this season. We'll probably not come back now until the Morton Ayr game, because we're going to do at least 2 a month. So it could be any 2. So it's probably not, yeah. It could be a couple, and then it's going to be a month. So it'll be probably a month where there is no games, effectively, and then we come back in, month, no games, and that'll be all the way down the season. It's because we've done this season, we know what happens. So when we come back, I'll play out the rest of this month and bring you, Morton Ayr. There we go, Morton and Ayr. That'll be a nice wee 2 to come back to. They're roughly on the same par as us, so we're good to put the measuring stick out. In Fairham, I thought was a measuring stick, and we drew 0-0. I think Thistle might be the ones going up this season, but we'll wait and see. Anyway, until next time guys, remember to like, comment, subscribe below, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.